I have no pity for criminals, but family is a different story. Hello and welcome to One Piece 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the One Piece world. Today, we are going to be examining an individual who is quite possibly the most famous Marine to have ever lived, Monkey D. Garp. Garp is a striking and eccentric man who possesses the infamous epithet Hero of the Marines. And getting straight into why that is, it is because Garp is one of the very few individuals who were thought of as an equal force to Pirate King Gol D. Roger. Along with Whitebeard, Garp is probably Roger's most famous rival, having cornered the Pirate King numerous times with his legendary strength. Roger himself has even stated that he and Garp almost killed each other on several occasions, although it should be noted that Garp was never able to actually catch the Pirate King. Despite being driven by completely opposing ideologies, Garp and Roger came to respect each other quite a bit, and by the end of his life, Roger actually considered Garp as much his friend as the rest of his actual crewmates. In fact, after Roger turned himself over to the Marines and was scheduled to be executed, he made one final request to Garp. This was in regards to his unborn son who would grow up to be Port Gas D. Ace. Roger essentially requested Garp to take care of his child, believing that he should not have to answer for his father's crimes. And evidently Garp also felt this way as he adopted Ace after the death of his mother, Port Gas D. Rouge. Actually, I guess adopt is a pretty strong word. As a super important Marine, Garp obviously didn't have the time or the appropriate environment in which to raise a child. So he dropped Ace off to be raised by a foster family. A foster family of bandits. The exact same foster family of bandits that he would have raise his paternal grandson, Monkey D. Luffy, actually. Although he did visit both Ace and Luffy as often as he could. But this is a nice transition here because you heard me right. Garp is the grandfather of our protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy. He also happens to be the paternal father of the world's most dangerous criminal and leader of the Revolutionary Army, Monkey D. Dragon. So you could say that one of the greatest challenges of Garp's job is his own family. In regards to his early life, we know next to nothing about Garp. He was born 78 years prior to the current timeline, and at some stage in his youth, he became a recruit in the Marines. Early on, Garp became quite good friends with future Fleet Admiral Sengoku and future Vice Admiral Suru, although his relationship with Sengoku in particular is quite volatile, mainly due to a combination of Garp's easygoing persona versus Sengoku's more stern and serious views on their profession. During Roger's age of piracy, Garp's exploits were not limited to those just involving the Pirate King, and he made a name for himself pursuing multiple world-renowned criminals. One of the most detailed examples of this we have is when Garp pursued and defeated the pirate Don Chinzhao. At the time, Chinzhao's bounty was a massive 500 million berries, and despite that, Garp beat him in a single punch, providing us with an indication of just how absurdly powerful Garp is. Don Chinzhao has said that in his younger days, Garp was like a demon to pirates. But the most terrifying thing about Garp's strength is that it has no real explanation. As far as we know, he has not eaten a devil fruit, and yes, he does engage in heavy use of armament haki, but other than that, Garp is just raw power, in a very similar manner to that of Whitebeard or Charlotte Lin. Of course, that doesn't make him unbeatable in any sense, which would be seen in his conflict with Golden Lion Shiki, that occurred a week or so prior to Roger's execution. Shiki had stormed Marineford, triggering Garp and Sengoku to team up against him and fight a brutal battle against the pirate, implying that it would have been extraordinarily difficult for either one of them to defeat Shiki alone. Over the course of time, Garp would eventually come to be promoted to the rank of Vice Admiral, a rank that he maintains to this day actually, because although Garp has had multiple opportunities to rise up to the rank of Admiral, this boss of a man has repeatedly refused all opportunities, as it would result in him having less liberties than he currently possesses as a Marine. Given his legacy and future importance in One Piece, Garp's first actual appearance in the story would come in a very unlikely place. Garp made his entrance during the Diary of Kobe Meppo, a cover story that detailed Kobe's journey through his early days of being a Marine. Kobe and Meppo caught Garp's eye, and he took the two boys to Marineford in order to personally train them. At this point in the series, he was just some random Marine with a dog hat, really. His true importance would not be revealed until around 300 chapters later. After the Straw Hats proved victorious at Enies Lobby, Garp visited his grandson on the island of Water 7. Luffy was greeted in the customary way via a fist to the face, and the two had what I suppose passes for a pleasant family reunion. Garp then proceeded to drop a knowledge bomb on Luffy as well as the readers by informing everyone of the existence of the new world, the Four Emperors, and the fact that Dragon is Luffy's father. And of course, rather than letting the Straw Hats just leave Water 7, Garp tried to sink their new ship, the Thousand Sunny, by literally throwing cannonballs at it with his monstrous strength. Garp's next major appearance in the series would be during the Impel Down arc, where he visited Ace on level 6 of the underwater prison. As Ace was scheduled to be executed, this showed us a much more solemn side of Garp, who was lamenting but had accepted the situation. For the majority of the Paramount War, Garp remained with Ace on his execution platform. However, we also received further glimpses of his strength during the conflict when he punched Marco the Phoenix and took on the Blackbeard pirates. In fact, Garp's only real injury from the Paramount War came courtesy of his very own grandson Luffy. Garp blocked Luffy's path towards Ace at one stage, but could not bring himself to stop his grandson. As a result, he allowed Luffy to punch him in the face, much to the shock of every single Marine watching at the time. Upon Ace's death, Garp was absolutely livid and even threatened to kill Admiral Akainu. However, he was held back by Fleet Admiral Sengoku. Later, Garp shed tears for the loss of Ace. After the war, Garp took up a station in Fuchsia Village on Dawn Island, the location where both Luffy and Ace grew up, although it was revealed later on that he and Sengoku had both resigned from the Marines in their current capacities. Some more fun facts about Garp. At the time of making this video, Garp has not appeared after the time skip, however he did have a minor role in One Piece Film Z. While Garp has only been shown to be capable of using armament haki, it has been implied that he is able to use observation haki and quite possibly even conqueror's haki. Speculation on the latter stems mainly from a comment that Garp made during the Marineford arc, where he stated that Luffy had inherited conqueror's haki. And finally, a truly useless fact. In the anime, Garp stated that he once ate 842 donuts without taking a break because he was trying to beat a world record. The word trying implying that he was unsuccessful. And that about does it for Monkey D. Garp. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next One Piece 101.